Have you ever met someone who could solve almost any problem? The person who can explain inflation, debug a piece of code, win every argument on paper, and still can't figure out why their partner is upset with them. Still can't sit with a friend who is crying without trying to fix it. Still gets blindsided over and over by other people's feelings. They were brilliant at work, always had the right answers. People admired how intelligent they were, but somehow they struggled to keep friendships. Their relationships never lasted. People often describe them as difficult. It almost doesn't make sense. How can someone be so smart and still be so bad with people? Because intelligence and emotional intelligence are two completely different things, and confusing one for the other causes more problems than most people realize. We like to assume intelligence comes as a package deal. Smart at one thing, smart at everything. But that's not really how it works. You can have a high IQ and still misunderstand emotions, your own and everyone else's. And if you've ever wondered why some incredibly smart people struggle in relationships, friendships, or even teamwork, this might explain it. Intelligence solves problems. Emotional intelligence understands people. A smart person sees a disagreement and immediately starts looking for a logical solution. An emotionally intelligent person first asks, why is this person feeling this way? Those are very different approaches. Imagine your partner comes home frustrated after a stressful day. A highly intelligent person might immediately start giving advice. You should have done this. Just ignore them. You are overthinking it. Logically, those solutions might be correct, but emotionally, they completely miss what the other person actually needed. Sometimes people don't want solutions. They want someone to understand them first. And that's where many intelligent people unintentionally struggle. Being right can become a habit. One thing smart people are often rewarded for is being correct. School rewards correct answers. Work rewards solving problems. People praise intelligence. Over time, always being right can feel like winning, and winning feels like safety, and it quietly becomes part of your identity. Then something strange happens. Conversations stop becoming opportunities to understand people. They become competitions to prove who is correct. You start listening to respond instead of listening to understand. Disagreement starts to feel like a threat instead of just a different perspective. So conversations turn into debates, even the ones that were never supposed to be debates. And even if you win the argument, you can still lose the relationship. Intelligence doesn't automatically teach self-awareness. Some of the smartest people can explain complicated ideas in 10 minutes, but ask them, why are you upset? And they genuinely don't know. Not because they are incapable, but because they've spent years training their minds, not their emotions. Many of us grew up learning mathematics, science, history, but almost nobody teaches us how to identify disappointment, jealousy, embarrassment, or insecurity. So we become adults who understand the world, but struggle to understand ourselves. Think about the last time someone cried in front of you. Did they need statistics, facts, evidence? Probably not. Sometimes the most helpful thing you can say is, that sounds really difficult. It seems simple, almost too simple, but feeling understood is something logic alone can't provide. Not every problem is meant to be solved. Some experiences are simply meant to be shared. Emotional intelligence is a skill, not a personality. The good news is that emotional intelligence isn't something you are born with, it's something you practice. You get better by paying attention, by noticing your reactions before speaking, by asking questions instead of making assumptions, by becoming curious about people's feelings instead of trying to immediately fix them. That doesn't make you less intelligent. It actually makes your intelligence more useful, because knowledge helps you understand information, but emotional intelligence helps people feel safe enough to trust you with theirs. So, what can you do about it? If you've recognized yourself in some of these examples, don't assume something is wrong with you. It probably just means you spent years developing your mind more than your emotional awareness. The good news is that emotional intelligence is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. Start with one simple habit. The next time someone comes to you with a problem, resist the urge to fix it immediately. Instead, pause for a moment and simply say, that sounds really difficult. I'm here. Tell me what happened. Sometimes people don't need perfect advice. They just need to know that someone is willing to sit with them before trying to solve the problem. Ironically, once people feel understood, they are often much more open to hearing your advice. Another habit is to become curious before becoming logical. When someone reacts in a way that doesn't make sense to you, don't immediately assume they are being irrational. Ask yourself, what might they be feeling right now? Sometimes, understanding the emotion behind someone's words is more important than responding to the words themselves. And perhaps the most overlooked habit is learning to understand your own emotions. At the end of the day, take a minute to ask yourself, what emotion did I feel the most today? What caused it? How did I respond? It sounds simple, but you can't understand other people's emotions consistently if you really pay attention to your own. Little by little, these habits change the way you relate to people, not because you become less intelligent, but because your intelligence finally starts working alongside empathy instead of replacing it. Being smart is valuable, but life isn't just built on solving problems. It's built on conversations, friendships, family, misunderstandings, forgiveness, and moments where people simply want to feel seen. The smartest person in the room isn't always the one with the highest IQ. Sometimes it's the person who knows when to stop talking and start listening to make someone else feel understood. If this made you think about intelligence in a different way, let me know in the comments. Do you think emotional intelligence is more important than IQ in everyday life? I would love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoy thoughtful conversations about becoming a better version of yourself, not through empty motivation, but through understanding life a little better, subscribe to the Becoming Journey. I'll see you in the next one.